Hey guys, welcome back. What we're doing today is we're working on our base for our Halloween project, the Michael Myers Halloween figure. Basically, we assembled everything and started doing some painting, primed everything. This piece has been primed. We did the one coat so far. I'm probably going to have to do some more inside the lattice there, the black, make that a little better. For the top here, for the wood grain of the top of the deck, we used cocoa bean. It's in a craft acrylic. Okay, mixed that up, painted it on. Took about 3 coats to get it where it is. We're not looking for exactly even coat. As you can tell, it's not really that way, which is fine because weathered wood and stuff like that isn't really uniform unless you get that Trek stuff. But this is from the 80s, so you know we gotta give it a little roughness. Then, well, prior to that, we primed everything in white, and I just left it that color, just the white primer. You can see some black marks here. If you've ever seen white steps, people sometimes kick it on the way up. They kick the risers with their shoes. It leaves some scuffs and marks. So that's my first little bit of weathering for that to make it a little uneven. Again, a little distressed. And the next step, what we're going to do on right now, before we get to this, the grass and the sidewalk, is we're going to put a wash on here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take some oil paint. I've got some burnt umber. Okay, put it in a cup. We're going to take mineral spirits. Okay, put that in there. Mix it up. And we'll make ourselves a wash. Probably a little bit too much spirits. Way too much. Go. A little bit more paint. I know it's way too much for what we're doing, but have a lot of waste. But this oil paint lasts forever. I've had this stuff for probably about 6 or 7 years now. You don't use a lot of it, that's for sure. This is probably the most at any one time that I've used. But, let's mix this up. Okay. Get ourselves a rag. Get ourselves a nice big brush. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to wash this. So put it on the brush. And I want to take it away from the front of the steps. I don't want to get it on the white. So, but we're just going to liberally brush that on. Now also, because it is oil paint, it takes a little while to dry, so you're not going to wipe this off right away. But we want this to get in the creases, the crevices, around the leaves, all that stuff. Okay. apologize if I'm out of focus here. Okay. Let that set there. We can also go back and do some more later. Okay. Let that sit. Do these steps here. Alright, so we're going to let that sit now. We'll come back in a little bit and we'll wipe it off, so stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. So here's where we are. I let the oil sit for about an hour, and it's sitting under this light up here, which gives off mega heat. So I thought that was enough, and when I dried, I started wiping it down. Turns out it really wasn't dry enough. Oils take a little while longer. But my experience has been in the past where I've wiped it off too early, and then there are times when I've left it too long and it wouldn't wipe off and it just got really ugly. So you kind of want to set it and forget about it for a while, but you can't let it go too long. So overall, I think this sat for an hour and a half maybe after I reapplied it, had it under the lights baking. If I didn't have this light baking, it probably would have been longer. And then after that, I took a towel such as this and I just started wiping lightly, tapping it, absorbing it and seeing how the finish was. And then I did my pulls, went with the grain, and this side again this way. I went with the grains this way, and this is our finished product. I think it's pretty cool. It's more uniform than I expected it to be, or I really kind of wanted it to be, but I really like it. I think it looks pretty good. So that's where we are with that. The next step is, you can see, it's a little dirty around here, and I kind of like that because again, white facade on the front of a house doesn't stay white very long. It really doesn't. So I think it makes it a little bit more realistic. We'll add some more weathering to this later, but I think we're looking good. We're in a good spot right now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the actual base itself here. We're going to start working on the cement of the sidewalk. We're going to work on the grass, and then hopefully we'll get on to the Michael Myers piece. This is what it kind of looks like with the rails. I'm kind of digging it. I think it looks really good. My question to myself is, do I just leave these completely white like that, or do I do these top rails in a similar color as this? I have to see if I can do some research and see what other people in like real porches look like, if it should be colored or not. So, but otherwise that's where we are. So hang on, we'll be right back.
There's nothing else I can do. You can get back in there and get back on that telephone, tell him exactly who walked out of here last night, and tell him exactly where he's going.
Probably going.
I'm wasting my time.
Sam Haddonfield is 150 miles away from here. Now, for God's sakes, he can't drive a car.
He was doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons.
Hello there, Michael, welcome to your first driving lesson. Wow, that's a nice mask there. You a Captain Kirk fan? Yeah, you like Star Trek? Live long and prosper. However, that's their catchphrase. So we have a lot of catchphrases back at the office. You know, like kablooey. You know, when you don't pass the test, and then act like you're invisible around traffic. Right? That's a good rule of thumb. My mom taught me that. Yeah, you know, if I acted up at home, she would beat me with a pillowcase full of Tinker toys there. My mom, she was a real dog! Dog! Oh! Oh! All right, so stomach settle a little bit. You know, my mom, she used to give me ginger cookies when I had an upset tummy, but then later after that, she would make me throw them back up because I didn't deserve it. Yeah. You see that red ball right there? Yeah, this is a good note. You know, usually when you see a ball in the street, that means that there's a child. Oh, God. Okay, Michael, I'm gonna have to note you on this one. That is not good. That is very, very bad. You're gonna get a mark for that, all right?